Climate change. It's something we hear all over the news, in politics, commercials, movies, and documentaries. But over the past few decades, it has proved to be a very serious issue. But what is climate change? Why is it so controversial? And how exactly does it change? Over the history of planet Earth, the climate has changed, but at mainly marginal amounts, which was previously mostly due to variations that are present in Earth's orbit. However, today, climate change is related with a drastic change in the Earth's temperature. In the last century alone, the average temperature has risen 1.2 to 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, 97% of climate scientologists agree that climate change is caused not by orbital variation, but human activity. We have come a long way over the years. We have built airplanes, faster cars, and made various technologies, and have led us to learn how we can use natural resources to our benefit. All of which has led to many different inventions and advancements like being able to fly halfway across the world and the exact device you are using to be able to watch this video. All of this has led to the increased usage of natural resources, which leads to a higher release and concentration of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere. Although some greenhouse gases can occur naturally, we currently have an excess of them in our environment. Greenhouse gases have increased due to the demand and increase in burning fossil fuels. The mixture of greenhouse gases traps heat in our atmosphere. Therefore, the more greenhouse gases, the hotter our planet will get. The main thing that climate changes is our oceans. Oceans are vital in not only balancing the Earth's temperature, but also providing over 50% of the Earth's oxygen. Climate change has increased the temperature of our oceans by more than 0.3 degrees Fahrenheit since 1969. Now, a warmer ocean might sound nice to those who enjoy beaches and surfing, but it has very negative consequences for ocean life. The main consequence exhibited here is known as ocean acidification, which is defined as the rise of activity in the ocean's chemistry as a direct effect from carbon dioxide in the atmosphere reacting to salt water. Ocean acidification has increased by over 30% in the last century. This can put many ocean life and precious coral reefs at risk by calcifying them. Climate change also causes sea levels to rise. In the last century, sea levels have risen 6.7 inches, but the same rate has doubled in the last decade. The reason why sea levels rise is because when the seawater temperature rises, it causes the water to swell. It also causes much of our glaciers to melt, causing the melted ice to become water. Antarctica lost 36 cubic miles of ice between 2002 and 2005, and since 1994, the Earth loses 400 billion tons of ice on average from its glaciers. As this water melts, it fills up our oceans and leads to the overflow and flooding of coastal regions. An increased prevalence of natural disasters are also evidence of climate change. Climate change, the way we know it today, is the change in the Earth's overall temperature with massive and permanent ramifications. Even though much of its consequences are planet-threatening, scientists consistently urge that there are things we can do to stop it at a personal level, like recycling and reusing things, walk and use public transportation instead of your own vehicle, turn off lights, appliances, and electronics when they're not being used, eat less meat, and eat more locally grown vegetables and foods. But the single most effective thing that you can do to lower climate change is share your knowledge and ideas with others to make them aware of the drastic danger and on what they can do to help save our beloved planet. Because the fact that we are the cause shows that we can also be part of the solution to this matter.